Hello and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. And we've made some good progress on the base. Off camera, in between this episode and the last, I have done all sorts of mining. And ooh, I can control my guy and run over to the camera and say hi. Woo! But let us jump back into my character and see how the base is doing. So our solar tower is amazing. We got it all filled out with its 12 panels, and it is producing a total of, we got the input in here, 1.44 megawatts, which is great. It's fully recharging our battery in 2 hours, and this battery would be a lot more charged if I wasn't constantly stealing its power with the miner, because I have been mining like crazy recently. And I'm going to show you the results of that. So in here, I have got so much iron and nickel and cobalt and silicon and magnesium and also a bunch of leftover stone that I've had to actually add 2 cargo containers here for overflow, and also a bunch of components that I'm producing so that we'll be able to create some stuff for this episode. But we have actually got so much stuff that we're running out of space, and also we're starting to run out of power. We've got, this battery is depleted. This battery is depleted. The only battery that isn't depleted right now is the one right here. So that's the only battery on this station that isn't completely gone. So because this is depleted, what does this one do? Actually, no, they're all depleted. All of the base's batteries are depleted. Oh, shit. I should steal a little bit of power. So then the whole base is running off of these batteries on the miner. I should rip as much power as I can out then. This one, let's recharge it and pull a few minutes of battery power out of the miner batteries, because we need to move off of this base. We need to most likely stop the refinery here so that it is not just stealing all of our power. Because 560 kilowatts that's a lot. That's a lot of our juice. If we set this to not recharge anymore, okay, now we don't have to worry about the power. Depleted in 19 hours. That's fine. But since we don't really need to be on top of this boat anymore, and you can see the battery is red, so therefore it is all empty. We can get this one out of position here and get this final ramp out of the way. Drop our stuff off. Excellent. So that battery and this battery is also empty, if I'm not mistaken. So let me grab that. And I'll just replace it with another metal block here. Weld this up for now. Of course, eventually I'm going to take this whole thing apart. But in the meantime, we need to move on from this starter ship. We need to move everything over to the base, and that is why I have expanded the base out a little bit with a whole bunch more platform. We'll eventually get around to welding this up, and I'll most likely do that with like a welding ship. For the meantime, we just need to slap down a few things and just get them built, because if we don't, we're screwed. That's basically it. So, out of our assembler, I've made it produce me a whole bunch of stuff, which it's all put into here, that we can use to do that. One of the ones is going to be a large cargo container, which we grab everything we need from there. Nice, big cargo container that we'll be able to put everything into. Let's very quickly just top up some of this steel plate so I don't have to like tunnel underneath it in the future in order to get to it and line it out. Where'd all of my steel plates go? I should have more steel plates than this. Right there, 3,000 plates there. Ow. As I bounce around. But what we're going to have to do is, because there's a whole bunch of, like, ores and everything over there, we're going to first set up a very basic system here using some sorters, the storage, and refinery, and get all that set up on this platform. Then, once that is set up, I want to make sure, yeah, that should be the right orientation. We're going to take the sorter that is on the lander, and we're going to flip it around so it is pushing into the little mining ship, and we're just going to set it to anything. So absolutely anything on that conveyor grid is going to go into the mining ship, and then we can fly it over here and drop it off in this cargo container and fill this baby up. So on top of here, what we're going to do is we're going to put down our conveyor sorter, and I need stuff for that, which should be in here. We got our conveyor sorter. We're also going to grab stuff for a connector. So for this conveyor sorter, it is going to be facing downwards, because we want it to go into this grid. And this will be our new landing point for our ship. We'll keep that little parking point there just so we can get it out of the way if need be. And if we ever make a secondary ship, we'll have another place to park it. So this will be our main drop-off point coming up here. All right. Next, let's plan out where we're going to put a few refineries. Okay, good. I have some steel plates so I can place these down. So for the refinery, you can see those upgrade points, which we're eventually going to want to put speed upgrades on. I'm going to run solar power, so I don't really need to worry about solar power efficiency. And there's so much regular resources on the starting planet, you don't really need to worry about effectiveness. So we just need to worry about speed. But let us set up a bank of refineries. And I will rejigger this base, of course, in the future, but I think these refineries are going to be where they're going to be in the future. So let's just plop them down right here. Let's put in, okay, on the top there's a connector, one there, and the upgrade things will be on the back. I'm probably going to run the thing into the side of them. Let's do 1, 2, 3 refineries, because I have enough resources over there to build 2 refineries, and then also I can deconstruct that other refinery once we get everything transferred to build this up. I need some interior plates in order to set the conveyor tubes down. Interior plates, excellent. Now, this is going to be ugly for a bit, but that's okay. Might have to redo my cabling here. But let's do a conveyor junction and send over some pipes. It's not the prettiest piping job I've ever done in this game, but it'll be a functional one. And that's all that really matters. Conveyor junction here so that if I need to, I can put something off of this direction as well. And we'll get these all... Oh, that was cool! That's that spirit of Le Monde up there that is passing in front of my camera. Now having that... I wonder, having that jog over the one there, I mean, it's kind of sort of like adapting to the area, but I don't really need to because there's a whole bunch of space here. So let's just move everything over one, so that way we can just have that go straight out. Tubes. Then we'll get our refinery there, and there, and there. And then we can just come over here with the tubes, and then a straight curved, and then right into the junction, right at the back. Okay. So now we can deposit our stuff. We got to, what we got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 conveyor bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have a refinery. Now I know I built the stuff for a refinery over here, so let's go extract it from here. Not enough on me right now, but that's okay. We'll weld all this up and get at least one of these refineries working, and then we can start transferring over stuff to it. And the refinery is functional, and if we go into here, we should be able to see the refinery. Excellent. And we could put this scrap metal in there, and it will refine it. So that is working. Excellent. Now, we probably will, after we get all this stuff set up, we'll go underneath those and get all those steel plates welded up in their bases. But we need to transfer stuff and set up these sorter rules. So for this one, we want to just drain all, no list. Just everything. Always. Because it's just going to be my drop-off point. For this one, what we're going to do is going to lift off the ship. Just leave it to hover there for a second. Let's grind down the connector. And the conveyor sorter real quick. And replace them, this time facing upwards. I'm enjoying the increased build speed. I should probably make some in the meantime. Yeah, let's do that. Tools. What ones can I do? I can make a rapid fire. I can't make a proficient grinder, but I can make a better grinder. And I don't really care about a better weapon. That doesn't matter. I can make a precise automatic rifle. Excellent. And I can get rid of that, and pick up these. Hey! Go into my G menu, get rid of those, and pick up character tools of that and that. Excellent. Slightly increased my grinding speed, which will be useful. We'll slap another connector on here. And the moment we get this filled up, this conveyor sorter should push it full of stuff. Because that's what it is, right? It's not doing that. Do I have to set a whitelist of stuff? Do I have to set a something for the sorter in this particular, or did I not put the drain all on? I didn't put drain all. So now it should be working. Yeah, it's just filling up the connector, and then it's going to fill up itself. So it's just constantly trying to eject things from the base. So all we need to do now is dock up and wait for our ship here to get filled with stuff. And we can put, oh, can't we put some stuff in the cockpit? Let's drop our stuff off here, and it'll eventually make its way into the ship as we do our transfers. We take a look at our storage. We are completely full on the ship. If we undock, we're at 33,000 kilograms, which is about our full weight for various things. Depends on the weight of the ore. But as we come over here, we'll drop off, lock up, and check our stuff. Cockpit, is it getting drained? Yep, large cargo container is taking on our stuff. It's got 4.2 million liters of space. And now the refinery getting to work on the iron I just deposited back down to a pretty low weight on my flight here, my ship. And all we have to do is just go back and forth. Basically dock up, wait a few seconds for everything to fill up, then go to the other side, dock, wait a few seconds for it to drain. That is going to be my life for the next little bit here, as this will allow me to do all this transferring super fast instead of having to worry about trying to, say, connect these grids, which would be very annoying to do. Although that would allow things to be done instantly. This is close enough. But yeah, let's just get transferring back and forth. I came in a little too quick and I actually just broke my connector on. Oh my god, that's annoying. Oh well. Let's rebuild that connector. Not enough steel plate and storage. How about here? No, it's gonna be back at this base. Oh, that's so annoying. I came in too quickly. I was going too fast. Thankfully, none of this stuff is damaged. I mean, just kind of a big pile of nickel just sitting there. And it was only the connector that got knocked off. It's all good. It all works out in the end. Slap that on there. Weld it back up. And then we're going to have to manually transfer that stuff. Although thankfully we do have the easy inventory, which allows me to transfer it all with a single button press. That makes life super easy. Okay. That was my failure. Now we have to take that off because we have to replace. It's a different... it's a different connector. Alright, I'm still full. I should deposit from here. Come in slowly. There we go. And then we'll also... Is this thing damaged? Now, that thing didn't get damaged. This thing got completely destroyed, and this thing didn't even get scratched. That is interesting. Oh, back to transferring stuff around. And we're pretty close to being finished here, except for the last little bits. Looks like I'm going to have to do manually from, say, the refinery. The refinery doesn't like to give up its stuff. So it looks like I am going to have to manually drag it into my cargo container. And I can do that by clicking here to show all my connected inventories and then having to drag and drop across. So that's going to be a little annoying, but... Oh, I can also put things in the drill. Nice. Can I put other things in the drill? I wonder. Oh, no, just that stuff. Ah, there we go. 34,000. So it's these last couple trips here to get the bits out of the refinery and such are going to be the annoying bit, but practically everything has been transferred over. Look at the large cargo container. We've got like almost 300,000 iron. We got 43,000 magnesium, 150,000 stone, 184,000 nickel, almost 300,000 cobalt. Just so much stuff that we're processing up, and the refinery has its own 140,000 iron that it is using as well. So we have plenty of stuff, The battery on my little ship here, though, has only got about 15 minutes left, which should be more than enough for what we're trying to do with it. And, let's see. Let's put this at the top. Let's grab the nickel out of the assembler, the ice, and those. And we're so close to just being done. Looks like we're going to have to take one more trip with that iron, maybe? No, looks like I got it. Oh, I am heavy. 39,000. That is like the very edge of this ship's functional weight capacity. We gotta come in slow here. Excellent. Drain that inventory. Come on. Get that stuff out of my cockpit. There you go. Takes its sweet time. It's got that out. And I'm back down to being functional again. Nice and light and responsive. And this looks like it's going to be the last trip over here. We've got pretty much everything empty except for 9.5 silicon. And that's it. Now, that's it. The lander that we originally came in on is completely empty. And we are all moved over to this next base here. That's amazing. Well, as soon as that silicon's transferred. So much stuff here. But that's great. Alright, so we're going to keep this little landing spot there to be our main deposit for our conveyor system. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to park the ship over here, and I'm going to eke the last little bits out of the batteries on this ship. So we'll set our local batteries here. We look at the control panel. The local batteries are going to be recharging, and this battery here is going to be fully depleted in a few seconds. And we'll stay here for that last couple seconds. And as it depletes, it turns off. And this is why I build my ships so balanced with the connector in the middle. Power turned off. The ship is on recharge. There's no power for the thrusters. And it just stays balanced on this connector. You don't have to worry about it if you ever run out of power. Turn our batteries back on. And that's it. All that's left is to rip the lander down, which is going to take a bit because there's a lot of it to rip apart. Let's see. We've got these. They're recharging in 9 minutes. This is depleted in 6 minutes. So that's a little annoying. I'm not going to put these batteries on recharge just right now, as I just don't have enough power on this base. Now that I'm not... I don't need to be flying around and mining because there is a crap ton of materials here that we just need to wait for it to process. Then that's good. We don't need to be mining, so we're not flying the ship around, so we're not wasting energy there. We can just let the solar panels run, let it charge the base battery, and let it charge those batteries on the miner, and focus on refining what we have. Because the next thing is we need to get that refinery, which we have everything moved over, all topped off, and we can build the next couple of them. Then these things will all work in tandem and just refine all of my stuff so quickly and so wonderfully. And then refinery online. Excellent. So we can check here for our access. We can take a look down, and we got 2 refineries working. Refinery 4 and 5. Because those first 3 that I placed got their numbers, and then I deleted them, and then these ones took their place. Alright, let's transfer the stuff we need for that, and I need more steel plates in storage. Ooh, I need steel plates. I don't have any assemblers on here right now. That is not a good thing. Let's get rid of the connector. We don't need the cargo container or the conveyor sorter at the moment. Let's just replace where the conveyor tube is. We need an assembler right now, and we need steel plates for that. Ooh, okay. Looks like we're gonna have to steal things back. Alternatively, let's just drop everything we have off. We know where there's an assembler. There's an assembler over here. We can just steal this assembler and everything that goes with it, with our slightly increased grinding speed from our upgraded grinder. No need to think about, oh, how we're going to build all this. Just steal. And we'll just slap it down right here for now. And what I want to do is, you see how there's upgrade points all around this thing. I'd like to place it right there, maybe. How do I want to place this? Probably best to do it. I'll do it right there, so I can access it on the ground, basically. That's fine, right there. And let's build it up. And let's get this thing make like 10,000 steel plates, just because I'm going to need them to weld up the entire floor here anyway, so something for it to do as I work on other stuff. Welding takes far too long. I can't wait to get like a fully upgraded tool. It'll make things so quickly. Alright, components. Steel plate, 10. Let's go, that's 1,000. Let's just make 10,000 steel plates. Just because, you know, we'll need them eventually. There's no point in not building them up. As it's building those steel plates, let's slap down another refinery. And we'll just have to leave it to make the steel plates that I need in order to get that refinery going. But oh my god, we're so good here. Oh, fully, it's draining when we have solar power. This is gonna be the next issue, is we're gonna need some more power. We're probably gonna have to duplicate this solar tower and make another one of it, or expand this one a little bit or something, because we're gonna run out of power again. This refinery is gonna be painful. Alternatively, we can just sort of just let it go. It'll refine during the day and maybe charge the battery a little. But fully depleted in 6 hours, they have a current input of 835 and we got an output of 985. So we're very close to our break-even point. If we weren't running the assembler, we'd be recharging, basically. So we're like at the very edge of what we can do with power. I do want to get another refiner on here, but maybe in the light of this, we need to make some power efficiency modules. Because what this will allow us to do, and also we're out of steel plates. Oh, steel tubes. Oh. Let's make 100 steel tubes. Excellent. What this will allow us to do is reduce the amount of power that these things consume. So, if we grab what we need there and fly around the back of these, we can see all their upgrade points. Now, you can place these basically in any combination of the upgrade points. You can have them, so you see, they've got their upgrade slots. You just make sure they're snapping in like that. They can be horizontal, vertical, you can even span across the two ones and they'll each get half of the benefit from it. But we're just going to be boring and do it straight up like this. Because, you know, we're boring as shit. We just want that power efficiency at this moment. We're trying to run off solar here. We can't survive any other way. So if we put on one power efficiency module, and let's take a look at that particular refinery, which would be refinery 4, we can see 150% power efficiency. Required input is 374 compared to this guy, which was 560. So that's, you know, we're getting like 200 kilowatt hours reduction off there. That's really good. So these don't take anything more than just basic starting materials. If we get all 4 of them on here, which we'll need some steel plates, but there's some steel plates right here. And, oh, I need tubes. Give me tubes. There we go. Excellent. Let's take a look at the control panel again. And we go to refinery 4. Only 112 kilowatts. Power efficiency of 500%. Where this is 500 that. Like, 1/5 of the power efficiency. This is huge right now. And it's making it so that my battery is recharging even while that stuff's running. The current input is 827 while the output is 725. So the next thing we need to do definitely is equip everything we have with power efficiency modules, because if we don't, we're pretty much screwed. Insufficient space. Oh, okay. I need space on my character. We just need to drop stuff off on all of these modules. Then we'll grab stuff we need for more of them. And it needs steel plates to be built, and that's fine. Steel plates will get there. Now in the future, when we have tons of power and we don't have to worry about anything, we can ignore this and change these power efficiency modules out for something like speed modules, so we can get things done quicker and such. Let's grab more stuff. Need more steel plates. Yeah. Does this thing not have the small steel tubes? No, there's just large steel tubes in my inventory. Needs 42 more steel plates. I guess we just gotta wait for our steel plates to come through. There we go. There, wonderful. This should have everything we need now. Excellent. That one is done. Let's take a look at our battery again in here. It is our current power. Our output is 464. Our input is 820. We're recharging in 6 hours now. This is great. So we're making it. Oh, let's get this refinery out of the way. This is gonna take a few trips because there's so much stuff here. But if we can get all 3 refineries with the power efficiency modules on them running all throughout the night and having enough power during the day that it's going to work out, let me just cancel those for now. Let's get... Where's the power efficiency module? There. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then we'll add back in a whole bunch of steel plates at the end of it. Alright, if we can get those all functioning and all processing overnight, this is going to be just so much better. We're going to have so much stuff. Oh man, the sun's going down. Oh, well. The sun setting is pretty much a good ending point for all my videos. So that's our built-in timer. We got a few more minutes here to get this stuff done. We'll get this refinery built. But it's going to be screaming for power, which is going to be annoying. Come on. And functional. Now, I bet that battery's gone back to depleting, right? It's still recharging. The output is 790 now. The input is 813. So we're basically using our entire input, but we're running 3 refineries. We take a look at this refinery on the side. It's again processing that iron ore. Oh my god. My productivity is literally, since that ship, we're 3-fold faster. Like, this is amazing. This guy, how much power does this guy suck? Ooh, he's 560 as well. Ooh. Maybe we should get some power efficiency on this guy. What we can do with assemblers as well is we'll get everything we need to make another one. Because there is, if you see on the left there's that upgrade slot. What we can do is we can put it there, align it with the other one, and then when we put down a power efficiency, we can have it span and... Oh, wait, we want to do it this way. We can have it span. So, there's an upgrade nodule here, upgrade nodule here. We can put it here, and it'll span between the two of them. And give them 50% of the benefit to each. Also, we can go underneath, and there'll be upgrade nodes here as well. And we can put a thing, an upgrade module underground there, which will be out of sight, out of mind, so we can just put it down there in a bit. So we're going to need another one. Oh, how do I want to do this? I want to put upgrade modules on all the spots here, but to do that, I'm going to need to rotate this guy. I don't want to do that. That's annoying. I'm not going to put one on the bottom. It's going to make it annoying because I'm going to have to do things to make them snap to the base, and it's silly. So we're going to grab some steel plate out of that. We'll put an upgrade one there. We'll put one there and there. And we'll put one here. And that'll be good enough. Good enough for now. You need what? Nickel? Okay. Let's go to our refinery. They're all doing iron. Let's make it so everyone is doing something different. You do nickel. And let's have you do cobalt. Ignore that iron. There you go. So we got one doing iron, one doing nickel, one doing cobalt. So we get all of our stuff. The only thing we're missing is one for silicon. But in the future, I could even have enough refineries to have one dedicated for each material, which would be kind of cool. Alright, this thing's back to that. I keep wanting to cancel out the steel plates at the end. Make me some more power efficiency modules. These guys are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's grab everything we need for efficiency modules. And let's go slap them on this reactor. Not reactor. Refinery. Soon, I will have all the power. Although, this is basically a stopgap for getting these efficiency modules on here. I mean, it's a nice benefit to lower how much we need, but over time, we will need more than that single solar tower. We're probably going to have to build like a monster tower or a field of smaller towers in order to satisfy all of our power needs. Need more steel plates. Come on. Oh, come on, just let's cancel all this stuff. I seem to have everything I need. Again, just build me 10,000 steel plates. And actually not 10,000. I keep changing my mind. Just 1,000 steel plates. Then everything we need to make another assembler, wherever that is. Where is that in this? Arc furnace. Oh, that's something else we should probably look into. Is refineries are great, but we can make an arc furnace and it processes the basic materials quite quickly, which would be good. Interior wall. Where is assembler in this list, or am I just crazy? I cannot find the assembler. I must be blind. I would have figured it'd be right by the refinery. That's weird. I just want to say, build an assembler. But it's not in this list. How? Alright, I must be blind. Oh, it's right there at the top. Oh my god. I am so bad at this game sometimes. Well, let's just... Oh, wait. Transfer that to my inventory. I'm just horrible at this game. 40 construction components, large steel tubes, small steel tubes. Maybe I do need to build one more power efficiency node thing. Okay. That stuff's going to build. I'll get that stuff welded up here. Then we can set the assembler to assist the other one so that it will build my stuff faster. The sun is going down and I'm going to be starting to lose my power generation here. But we did manage to get our output down to under 350, which, now that our input is dropping off as the sun sets, it's not that good, because we're going to have to just coast on our batteries overnight. But we will make it through the night on our power, most likely. And then the next day comes, we can charge back up and keep processing all of our materials now that we are transferred over to our new base. Oh man, beautiful refineries. What I'm going to do overnight is break this last bits of the lander down, as there's nothing left here. We don't need this thing anymore. So I will leave you guys there. I'm going to start ripping this thing to shreds, and I'll pick you guys up in the next video. But for now, thanks for watching, and good hunting.